Hi everyone, welcome to this webinar. Today we're going to be focusing on Netlify's hosting benefits, features, and functionalities that help customers host performant mission-critical sites. This is part of a webinar series that focuses around different parts of a development team's workflow, including developer productivity, to building and hosting and securing your apps for the enterprise audience. My name is Ramin Siddiqui, and I'm a solutions engineer working with our enterprise customers to ensure their web properties are successfully hosted on Netlify. Since the evolution of Jamstack architecture, Netlify has been at the forefront with an all-encompassing platform that has enabled more than 900,000 developers to build and host their websites and Jamstack applications. We've enabled our enterprise base to run more, faster than ever, using Netlify's high-performance edge to deliver their most important web properties for their customers. While having to never think about this, our customers know that they're hosting their solution on a redundant CDN built on top of the world's top cloud providers with instant cache and validation built in and more. They enjoyed the reliability of this network and also greatly appreciate never having to maintain such an infrastructure. My colleague Bhavana covered building Jamstack applications and great ways enterprises are using Netlify to build sites in the previous webinar. If you haven't checked that out yet, please do so. In this session, we will discuss the next important step of Jamstack applications, hosting them. I will quickly cover what Jamstack is, what types of web properties can be hosted on Netlify. Then we'll do a deeper dive on Netlify's high-performance edge network and share how you can deliver lightning-fast user experiences while significantly increasing site reliability of your websites by answering a few questions. What does it mean to host a Jamstack application? What is needed to deliver secure sites fast and reliably for your users? And how is Netlify's HP Edge infrastructure designed to deliver websites at an enterprise scale without the hassle? To start off, let's talk about Jamstack and developing Jamstacks with this architecture. The traditional way of developing websites was involved in a coupled approach. When a user requests a page, the file gets processed and served through a series of interactions between the database, the backend code, server, browser, layers of caching that try to optimize the user experience, and so on. The Jamstack approach is a web architecture used to build modern websites and applications that decouple the front end from the back end. With the new Jamstack architecture, it's possible to now pre-build modern, rich interactive applications that can live on the CDN. And the benefits of this approach, again, are blazing fast sites that are inherently more secure and scalable and easily fit on the CDN. We call this the Jamstack application. The Netlify platform is all about making things easier while working with Jamstack applications. You can easily plug Netlify into your existing web tech stack and then start to retire legacy infrastructure over time. Or you can put your next web project entirely on Netlify and save yourself from stitching together over a half a pieces of the infrastructure, web servers, CI/CD, deploy pipeline, serverless functions, web hosting CDN, and more. Let's talk about how Netlify CDN is optimized to deliver the fastest Jamstack applications. Once you start building your web property on Netlify, the build system will automatically move on to the next step in the process and upload the pre-built assets to the CDN. Netlify's smart CDN handles all aspects of the site upload and delivery to ensure each user request to your site is served quickly and reliably. So to break this down, when a user types the URL in your site, let's say visit www.customersite.com, the browser will first do a DNS lookup to determine where to get the content from, and this will resolve to the IP address of the Netlify Edge node closest to the end of the user. And if the Edge node is down or it's responding slowly, we will automatically route around any localized outage to our globally distributed network on top of a multi-cloud infrastructure. And Netlify heavily caches assets on the high-performance edge with a cache hit ratio of above 99%, and this prevents round trips back to the origin. Additionally, Netlify allows you to run redirect, proxy, header rules right at the edge node, which significantly boosts the user experience. You can easily determine what sites or content to serve for any user based on their region. Now, we're ready to dive deep into hosting Jamstack applications. In this session, we'll cover hosting a Jamstack site that helps you reach critical mass of users across the globe, regardless of the technologies that will be used to host and to build the site. So, what matters when hosting a Jamstack app? When teams are exploring where to host their Jamstack sites, together we take a lot of things into account. Speed, scalability, and security are usually at the forefront of the discussion. How can organizations ensure their web properties are loading quickly for their users, while having proper scaling in place to minimize downtime and mitigating security risks all at the same time? Also, some more common practices like spinning up new environments, caching, and deployment workflows are big factors, which we'll cover today. When you host your web property on Netlify, whether it's your SaaS solution, an e-commerce storefront, marketing page, a blog, you can expect the site to run much faster with high reliability, regardless of the technology frameworks you're using. It's important to note that in today's ever-changing web development ecosystem, Netlify offers the flexibility to build and host any Jamstack application at scale in one place. We'll see what the high-performance edge offers and how you can use it to rely on delivering mission-critical apps. Uptime, resilience, reliability, and security are core priorities for Netlify. We run hundreds of servers across the world's most robust infrastructure providers and build for redundancy and operational excellence. Netlify's high-performance edge network was built from the ground up to deliver the performance and efficiency required for modern Jamstack applications. The resilient network is distributed globally across major cloud providers, which replaces the need for third-party CDN providers. The high-performance edge network is designed to handle mission-critical web properties and apps that need to be delivered quickly and can't experience downtime. For example, customers rely on Netlify to host their most critical e-commerce applications, where site speed and availability directly correlate to conversion and increased sales. The high-performance edge network also comes with 27 global edge nodes and more than 99% cache hit ratio to help speed up page load times. The infrastructure also comes with 99.9% uptime SLA, guaranteeing your site's availability. We can take a quick look at one of my teams on Netlify that uses high-performance builds and high-performance edge. The high-performance build and high-performance edge feature is set on a team level as shown here on all sites. The sites that run on HP Edge will have a purple lightning bolt next to it indicating the status, such as this one here. And we can see a list of all of our options and premium add-ons that have been enabled on an account setting. Now that we know the infrastructure behind High Performance Edge, let's see how to actually host applications on Netlify. Netlify supports atomic deployments of your sites and apps, which allows you to push a set of changes to front-end code and back-end functions together as a unit, even without requiring a maintenance window. Your site basically deploys when it's fully uploaded. Using your favorite Git solution, your team can deploy thousands of times a day without risking any partial deploys or stale assets. On Netlify, every global deploy is an atomic unit representing a state of time for your application. You can revisit any previous deploy with an always active preview deploy URL, or publish it as your site's current production deploy, and worldwide caches will be updated instantly. Global edge nodes have built-in intelligence to natively serve A/B tests and support phased rollouts. Advanced DNS management and network rules also embedded to support user authentication, per-page routing, and even proxying to multiple legacy applications, all on the same domain. Let's take a look at hosting a small site for this demo. I'm going to upload the site using one of my favorite methods, the drag and drop. This is absolutely one of my favorite ways to upload a brand new project to Netlify. You can always connect this to your Git repository at a later time, or you can start with a brand new site that's connected to your Git repository from the first deployment. In this, we can see that a URL has already been made available for us, and we can see our site live and what it would look like on the internet. So that's great. It even has a forum which we can start collecting information immediately. Now, I'd like to make some changes to my site that I just uploaded, some minor quick changes, and get this site uploaded again. So sign up now. Netlify, right? So just some quick changes, and what I'm going to do is upload this site again using the same drag and drop method. We can quickly look at the production deploys. By default, Netlify only deploys the assets that have changed between the builds. In addition, the deploy summary card will inform you of key changes that occur between each deploy. You can always scroll down as well to get the entire build and deploy logs all in one place. Now that we have uploaded 2 deployments onto Netlify, we can see the benefits of Preview Deploy. Preview Deploy offers a unique URL for each version of our deploy that we can share with the rest of our team. So we can go back in time and see how our site was at its initial deploy and how it changed with the most recent deploy. Netlify offers free HTTPS on all sites, including automatic certificate creation and renewal. Our certificates use the modern TLS protocol and even offers the ability to purchase custom domains. But in an enterprise web development team, you may want to bring your own domain over and use your own SSL certificate on your Netlify site. This is a very quick process and can be done without any downtime on your production web properties. We can look at this demo site we just uploaded, and I'll attach a domain name I have previously purchased elsewhere. By attaching my custom domain to Netlify's CDN and having Netlify's high performance edge enabled for my account, I will automatically begin to see my site hosted on the HP Edge network with the purple lightning bolt next to it. So we can go to my demo site, and from here I can go to my domain settings and add my custom domain. I'll verify that this domain does indeed belong to me and force my HTTPS certificate to be updated. So now we have our HTTPS enabled. My domains are pointing towards Netlify's DNS. Now we'll go over to our site's main dashboard, where we can see the purple lightning bolt indicating the site is currently hosted on the high performance edge network. Higher traffic than usual to your site can become one of the most joyful and stressful times at the same time. When queries run slower, pages load slower, and a snowball effect begins to bring down the entire site. Netlify helps mitigate this problem by allowing you to build decoupled apps that have a very fast front-end experience, while all of your backend services can be handled with serverless functions. Many are familiar with piecing together the different parts of the infrastructure needed to host and scale your web Jamstack applications. Your setup may look straightforward, like the illustration here, or you may be on a legacy infrastructure that's more complicated and more complex than this one. But in any case, we can all understand that when you prepare for your high traffic times, you will need to scale the entire infrastructure to meet the traffic demand. With Netlify, the hassle of managing infrastructure layer has been abstracted from the development team. Instead, when you deploy an app on a CDN, You can handle spikes easily and don't have to worry about maintaining and scaling additional servers. If you're new to serving most of your app with pre-built assets, you may be wondering, how can you add dynamic functionalities to the app? Well, static site generators give you the ability to build more dynamic apps, but you may need to have the ability to send or receive data in real time to other third-party APIs. You can use functions, which are scripts that you can write and deploy to Netlify. The functions code is hidden from the public, but you can interact with it just like any other API service. Just as you would write server-side code, Netlify takes care of deploying your scripts into functions. To do this, the browser becomes our runtime, and all dynamic actions are handled through serverless functions. For example, the form that we created can become more dynamic by writing a JavaScript function that automatically adds the user to our database, or creates a new lead in the CRM, or adding the user to our mailing list, or even sending the data to any other service that uses APIs. To scale your sites and test new features or make big rollouts, Netlify split testing lets you divide traffic to your site between different deploys straight from our CDN network. You can use this for A/B testing or for launching private beta releases, without losing any download performance and without installing any third-party JavaScript libraries. To use split testing on Netlify, it's very easy and quick. We'll need to make sure we have at least 2 branches deployed to our Git repository. And with that, as soon as you have 2 branches deployed, you can take advantage of Netlify split testing and divide the traffic between different branches. And you can start your test. And now individuals will be routed either to our feature 1 branch or to the master branch. We can even reduce our master branch, save changes. Now if we review, we'll probably see the feature 1 branch changes. Now the next thing I want to show you all before wrapping up today is how can we spin up new environments in Netlify very quickly, so we can allow our developers to work on a new feature, to view changes in beta or UAT before deploying them to the master branch. It's very easy and quick. Again, we'll go to our deploy context in the build and deploy settings of our site. We'll click edit settings, and we'll add the branch names that we want to deploy on Netlify. So UAT, QA. Now any commits in the corresponding branches in Git will result in a new build in Netlify. And that's it. You've now enabled your developer to start building their changes on the QA branch or the UAT branch or any additional branches you want to add without any additional work. To summarize, Netlify provides high-performance infrastructure to build and host your site, while letting teams focus on building the application itself with many developer productivity features built in. Once code is committed in Git, Netlify will install dependencies, run your build command, and deploy your site with a high-performance CDN. Netlify makes lightning-fast builds possible with the build concurrency, high processing power, build plugins, and asynchronous deploys, while hosting your application across multiple cloud providers for high redundancy and high uptime availability and instant cache validation is added on top of a proactive DDoS mitigation system. I'm going to finish this webinar covering some customer examples who use Netlify's high-performance edge and how it benefits their business and changes the way their teams work. Teams like Victoria Beckham rely on Netlify and the Jamstack architecture to deliver a digital experience that's fast and modern for their users, and also allowing their team to focus on innovation rather than piecing together infrastructure is of utmost importance. We can also take a look at the Sphero, for example, which chose Netlify to solve so many simple and complex development and DevOps inefficiencies, like scaling their hosting environment, improving page load times, and helping create a staging environment faster than ever. A couple of more examples. Cornerstone On Demand is a public LMS company that helps organizations train and manage its people. The software and services they develop are used by over 42 million people in 192 countries and 43 languages. And their most critical web properties of over 12 different countries is hosted on Netlify. Netlify CDN branch deploys, continuous deployment, serverless functions, and easy redirect setups have helped scale and serve all of these assets, and we've seen over 30% faster sites with Cornerstone. Lodash is another great example that looked at Netlify for a hosting solution that offered the ability to set custom domains and SSLs very easily. They have since fell in love with the entire platform and everything it has to offer their team, and they use all aspects of the build and hosting solution, which continue to allow their team and their business to be a leading JavaScript library amongst developers with over 2 billion downloads. And with that, we've come to the end of this webinar. Thank you all so much for listening in. My name is Ramin Siddiqui. If you have any questions regarding the webinar today, I'll take those in chat. If you have an existing Jamstack application or a new project and thinking about how to migrate that over and host it and build it on Netlify, our team is here to assist. So please scan the QR code, go to the sales form, fill out your information, and let's communicate and see how we can best assist you with the project to be successful. Thank you all so much.